Leon, it is no secret that each and every ANC government is corrupt and incompetent. Yet the ANC is still married to their cadre deployment policy. Why do you think this is such a bad policy?
Well, cadre deployment is really the foundation of state capture and corruption in South Africa. It's a system that was deliberately adopted by the ANC towards the late 90s with the explicit goal of capturing control over all levers of power in the state and society. Now, unfortunately, the ANC has gotten exactly what they wished for with this policy. They've created, in effect, a shadow state in the background with secret meetings in Luthuli House that decide well ahead of time who should be appointed to positions of power, not only in government departments, but also in state-owned enterprises. So through this mechanism of cadre deployment, the ANC actually subverts the legal appointment process where there are selection panels and people supposedly interviewing and selecting candidates, when in fact those people have already been instructed in the background by the ANC of who they should appoint. So cadre deployment is the mechanism that put corrupt people into positions of power, and of course from there they use those positions of power to benefit the ANC, to benefit their own pockets, and at the end of the day not serve the people of South Africa. So if we are serious about building a capable state and actually serving the people rather than the interests of the ANC, then cadre deployment is at the heart of that problem and needs to be scrapped, done away with, because that's the only way we'll really tackle state capture.
Yeah, I mean, we have the state capture report that has just come out now, but even prior that, everybody knew that we have fat cats in every office, but none of them actually end up behind bars. Do you think the president will address this?
I think the president will symbolically gesture towards the Zondo Commission and the fact that it is close to completing its work. But as for action based on what's contained in those first two reports, I don't think we'll see anything. And that's a real shame, because we already know that cabinet ministers like Gwede Mantashe have been explicitly mentioned in that report as people facilitating state capture. The problem for the president is that the third and final Zondo Commission report will hopefully go much deeper into the mechanisms behind state capture, of which cadre deployment is likely to be the biggest one. And of course, President Ramaphosa was the chairperson of the deployment committee between 2013 and 2018. So once we reach that stage, and hopefully Acting Chief Justice Zondo confronts this reality in the final report, it's going to be very difficult for the president to credibly sell to the people of South Africa that he's serious about acting against state capture and the system of cadre deployment, because he was the chairperson of this commission and it will likely implicate his whole political party.
Parting shots, what is your mandate to the president tonight?
Well, the president really should, if he wants to put the interests of South Africa first, stand up here tonight and say that he is scrapping the policy of cadre deployment, because it has been a monumental failure for South Africa. It has hollowed out our state capacity and it's actually tearing at our social fabric in South Africa. So that is what someone who puts the interests of the country first above the interests of his political party would actually do. The problem is that we have a long record now of President Ramaphosa consistently putting the interests of the ANC above that of the country, and unfortunately that's likely to happen again tonight, and I think it's unlikely that he'll stand up and confront cadre deployment for the evil that it really is.
Leon, thank you.
Thank you.